welcome back to Podcast On Wheelz episode number 40, the final episode of season 2. As we settle in today's episode, please sit back and enjoy the show.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a couple of topics or bullet points to talk about, as normal, because we always have bullet points, and we've been doing this for the past 3 episodes now, surprisingly. And it's it's been amazing and great to keep up with these bullet points and just to actually help us get through a whole podcast episode without jumping too much. Now, yesterday's episode was a little bit more funny and more non-serious. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit more serious. We're just going to be talking about stories and everything. So please sit back and enjoy the show.
Yep.
First bullet point: physical issues.
With me and William,
Donnie. I'm going to be passing the mic to Donnie now.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about what physical things me and William have been going through, and I don't know why we've been going through them. The third round has hit me like a truck. I don't know what happened. Before the third round, which was like 2 days ago, me and William had diarrhea, stomach bug, almost a stomach bug, and we didn't know what was going on, and we were chilling there throughout the day, feeling like our stomach felt weird that whole day, and then that night we had a over 3-hour headache. It would have lasted longer if me and if me and William did not go to bed. And we went to bed and it was gone in the morning. I was like, okay, well, just 2 physical things happened to me last night and my husband. It's okay, it's all good. That's not the last of it, no. We then go throughout the day, and in weight training, me and William's left shoulder starts to hurt. I'm like, okay, well, it's not that bad. We'll get through it. It's okay. And we get through it, and it hurts to the uncomfortable amount, but then it goes away. This morning was when I woke up to pain in the back of my throat. Keep in mind, this all happens to me and William in 2 days. 2 days, diarrhea 4 times, 3-hour headache, shoulder pain in both shoulders, lower back pain, and sore throat. What? It feels somewhat uncomfortable to talk and swallow, and it feels like so weird. Like I'm in pain to talk, swallow, yawn, not move. Yeah. All that happens to us in a span of 48 hours. In round 3, I threw up, during chemo.
I thought you actually meant around 3 and I was like, what?
No.
Around 3.
So round 3 chemo, I already had the headache and diarrhea 4 times before the round. And after the round, I threw up and took a 3-hour nap. I felt really tired and weak. And then the next morning, or 2 days after the round, I have woken up with a sore throat. And it has gotten worse. My voice got worse. The pain has gotten worse. The uncomfortableness that I feel when just talking, moving, like yawning, it's gotten worse. And it feels really uncomfortable. And I can just feel the pain in the back. At the back, and it doesn't go away whenever I cough, swallow, whatever. Doesn't go away. So, I have a sore throat, so, yeah. I hope to dear God that nothing else physical happens to me and William, because if we had over 5 physical things in 2 days, pooh! God, you're testing me, please! If I go any higher, then my voice will crack like hell. So that's why I sound a little deeper in this video, because my voice is deep when I have a sore throat. So, yeah, that's all the physical things that have been happening to me and my husband lately. And it sucks, and I don't like going through it because it feels so uncomfortable to talk or do anything. So I'll move on to that. What's the next bullet point, actually?
Gym story.
Gym. Can you remember who that was?
You
Oh, yeah, sorry. I think.
came up with that bullet point.
Yeah. Okay, so this happened to me about 6 days ago. Like 6 days ago, and I never told. Sorry, like.
Oh, I thought that was thunder. No, I actually thought that was like a coming thunder.
That was my stomach.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you heard that. Sorry, it's just I barely ate anything.
Me neither.
I ate like 2 Takis. I don't
I
know.
ate one Taki and then Emmie ate.
It's like almost 12, so it's a little creepy. But the gym story happened to me 6 days ago. I never talked about it in a vlog. But this is the reality of cancer and SMA and weakness. So my friend Luce and my sister Doc and my husband William was out on the field to do gym exercise. And we chill there, and the teacher wants me to get off my neck brace because my head can stay up with me just sitting here. But like doing high activities like strolling a long ways, I need to put my neck brace on. So I do that, and I put my neck brace on, and I'm chilling there driving. I don't have my neck brace on, sorry, and my head falls. And I felt really nauseous and in pain beforehand, and I was like, this is bad. And I could not get my head up, and I haven't been able to get my head up since, I don't know, 43, something, I don't know, a while.
Sorry, that's
What the fuck? You need suctioning?
No.
Yeah, like, or something, I don't know.
Why. Random
Why the fuck is our voices or throats making some weird ass
I'm
noises?
scared for my throat.
Yeah, you might need suction or some shit. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, grab my suction.
please, please, somebody kill me. Help! My friend made it real.
This is supposed to be a serious podcast.
Sorry. So, I'll be serious. But,
It's hard to be serious.
so I'm chilling in gym and my head falls frontwards, and I begin to feel really nauseous and in pain, and my wife comes over there, and they're, okay, you gotta lift your head up, okay? And they're trying to lift, and nothing's moving.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, nothing's moving. I can't move, and I was sitting there helpless, and my husband noticed that I started to cry, and there was tears down my face, and I started crying, and he was like, okay, I gotta, help him, and Williams comes strolling over there, and he's lifting up my head. They already lifted up about halfway. All I need to do is the other half. I couldn't move my head from their shoulder. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. Plum, avocado. Yeah, okay, I'm having a stroke, y'all. No, I'm joking. I'm not actually. Seriously, I'm not. But, William has his hand, and he is lifting my head up, and I can't lift my head from his hand, and I cried, and I started throwing up all over my lap, and all over my phone, all over my joystick.
I'm glad.
Yeah, and I start crying, and because weakness and chemo has not been good on me lately, and I've been fine ever since. It's just for a minute, for 30 minutes, I was horrible, and then they bring me up to the nurse, and I go home early that day. By the end of the night, I'm feeling fine, but it's basically,
Stomach is gone so much.
yeah, it's a
I
growing
think it's
on.
like upcoming thunder.
But that was the gym story of my sickness and things like that, and I've been fine ever since. I never told on the channel, but that's okay. But yeah, that's basically my gym story, and I stood up and I was feeling weak. I could not move. And I went to the nurse and felt horrible, but I'm good now. That was over a week ago, so yeah, fun. Doc, did you What was the next bullet point?
My weakness.
Okay. Okay, so this is a topic that I really wanted to discuss because.
I'm gonna grab me a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
I want something to drink so I don't keep coughing
Just
my lungs out.
do you mind closing the door fully?
Yeah.
And do you mind grabbing me one?
Yeah.
Thank you. So this is something that I always wanted to really talk about. Haven't got to sit down and talk about it. Of course, we've done a lot of podcasts covering, SMA and what it does. Well, a lot of people know my story and the origin story of why I got SMA. Basically had type 3 on my life and was just at 19 years old I started getting weaker because I had MD, muscular dystrophy, until at 19 and a half I fell down the stairs, got into a coma, and that would basically activated essentially my SMA type 2 gene.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, it was cold. Essentially, I basically fell down the stairs, 19, got SMA type 2, and then was in the hospital for 10 years in a coma. And then ever since then, it was looking okay. At 60 years old, I went through. Can you get that? You mind getting that hair?
Where is it?
On my arm.
Oh. Got it.
Thank you. So.
That was not me helping, that was one of you.
I know. Sorry. So it looked okay prior, the strength and everything. And at 60 years old, I was doing really well. I had no slurry speech. Obviously, my wrists were bending. I was in a wheelchair. That's common. That's normal for me. It happened at 20, so duh. So, but at 60, I could lift a lot of things. I could lift my own cup full of water, a plastic cup, a mug, my own shake, heck, even Emmie's beer. So, yeah, I was doing really well at 60 years old, but then everything started to go wrong. In between that bout of 60 years old, I went through a weakness bout at 61, and I went nonverbal and just got 10 times weaker, could barely use my thumb. And at that point, I felt like myself at 30 years old again, stuck in that bed and not being able to talk and not being able to move. It sucked. But then I got stronger. I have this thing where I go through this horrible weakness bout, and then I suddenly get stronger. I don't know if it's because of risdiplam or Spinaraza, but for some odd reason, I just get randomly stronger throughout the whole time. But that hasn't happened.
That's good.
No, that's bad. I didn't do the strength part.
Oh, shit.
I didn't get the strong bit after the weakness bout. Because ever since pneumonia, the pneumonia bout thing, it kicked
My stomach has a whale inside. Fucking gargling.
Okay, so, ever since pneumonia, you guys know that I did have a coma and I had pneumonia, got into a coma, got weak, and...
Babe, I need to eat.
And ever since then, that happened when I was 73 or 70 or something. I can't remember. I don't want to remember. So I just sit there, and I've been noticing my speech has gotten incredibly worse. You can go back to videos back then, just a couple months ago, but prior to it, you'll notice that my speech has gotten 10 times worse than what it was. And a lot of you hear it and you're like, but no, it's not actually too bad for a 73-year-old living with spinal muscular atrophy. I know it isn't, and I'm very grateful that I have enough strength to speak. But then again, every single time I speak, you can hear the deterioration. And in the back of the podcast, when we have our microphone or someone else is speaking, you could hear just me talking. I'm physically talking, but it sounds like I'm mumbling or you can't even understand a word I said, because we were watching our podcast literally that we done last night, and all I could hear was the indistinct noises of me trying to speak out something, but then all I heard is mumbled or gargling in the back. So, of course, my speech has gotten 10 times worse. You can go back on videos and see, wow, but your speech isn't that bad. Those are for new viewers who listen to my voice and think it can't get worse. It possibly can, but it's not. I think this is the worst mine can get. So, I you can look back on videos and you'll hear my old speech and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like, did she really sound that, like, good back then? Of course I did, and it sucks that.
How did you do this?
That was on Threads. You can just forward the post. Okay, so essentially, I've been getting weaker, and that's not good. Of course, I think I have better speech than Donnie a little bit, I guess. But for me, that's not good speech. So, I've been getting weaker, and I feel like my arm strength hasn't gone down, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm still at a 3.5, but I did get weaker a couple months ago in the hand and arm strength. That's not good. Even if it's just a couple ounces, that couple ounces will change how you lift things, move, and do all that things. Because back then, my joystick was at a 4. But when I would get weak at 10 p.m., it would be a 3.8. But now, my strength resting is a 3.8. What I would be at 10 p.m. My strength now is a 3.8.
Did it go down?
Yes, it went from a 4 ounce to 3.8. But that was what back
When did that happen?
months ago. The new joystick.
Oh, I thought. Oh. I thought. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the 4. Okay, let me tell you. No, it's not. So 4. Prior to the joystick change, I was a 4 ounce normally. That was my strength.
That's my strength now.
And then when it would be when it would go to 10 p.m., it'll go to a 3.8. That's my strength now. But when I go through a weakness bout at 10 p.m., it goes to a 3.4.
That's so creepy. That's almost like 3%.
Yeah. Like, that's bad.
3 of me is 3 ounces.
But, like, of course, I don't have as low strength as Bonnie. I'm grateful I don't. But it's creepy just to know that I am getting weaker. And, like, really, 2 ounces below, like, 0.2 ounces below is nothing to worry about. Well, with SMA, you don't want to lose the limited strength you already have.
That was when I lost that one little itty-bitty point.
Yeah, but for me, and plus my breathing. My breathing went from 19%.
That scared me recently. You said 10.
Yeah,
10.
because me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay, let me speak. Because every single time I would just, breathe at night and everything, it'll get to 10. That's not my breathing at night. That's my breathing now.
Ooh.
Because my breathing went down 9% in a matter of a month.
That's not good.
9%.
Girl, that's not good.
Like, I think about it, and I'm like, oh my
I
god.
get that checked out.
Because prior to then, when I was 60, I think it was about 25, 26.
Damn.
So in the matter of 13 years, I've lost 16% of my breathing.
That's not okay.
Yeah, 13 years, that's almost a percent, more than a percent every year. But no, because it was 26, and then I didn't lose 9 of that percent since a month ago. So I lost 16%. So it took me 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I only lost 7% in 13 years. Well, in a month, I lost 9.
Oh, hell no.
Because out of the 16% I lost, 9 of that was from a month ago.
That's not good.
Like, just think about it. So, at 60 years old, I had 26% breathing. Not good, but way better. I would dream of that. That's more than double of me by 6%. Creepy. Because back then, 2 of me would be 9 plus 9 is 8. Like, about 38. Did you hear me?
Yeah, 2 of you back then was 38.
No, 2 of me a month ago.
That's okay, I'm sorry.
And now 2 of me now is only 20. That's 18% lower than my double.
Oh.
And
That's not good.
and you compare my breathing at 19, that was 46%,
Oh, hell no.
which is still isn't great.
No.
Cause oh my god, 46% was my 19-year-old self a long time ago. That was decades ago. And 6 plus 6 is 12. 4 plus 4 is 8. 92% was my breathing doubled. 92
God damn.
at 19. And then at 60, my breathing doubled was 38. Doubled. And that was still 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 8% lower than my average. Sweetie, that was double.
Oh my god.
And then
Oh my god.
and then at 73, which is my year now, it's only 20.
Double. That's creepy.
And so about 9 of me can fit in my doubled amount of breathing. And so I only have
That's not good.
10%, so each lung is giving out 5. Rather than each lung giving out 8. Dang, it was more, what the? No, each lung giving out 9. Why is it 5? That's a 4-point decrease in the half of my lungs what they were giving.
That's bad.
That's terrifying.
That's bad.
Because the more I just think about it, my breathing has gone down drastically, and it's not good. Because for me, the main telltale sign that I was getting, bad and everything was my breathing was going down. Well, it's going down, and now when I sleep at night, my breathing practically gets to 1 or 2.
Oh, shit.
Because keep in mind, my breathing,
my God.
my breathing went down 9 when I slept.
No, that's creepy.
And so back then, it would go at a 10 when I slept. And I'm like, wow, it's not good, but that's my breathing resting at highest without sleeping.
That's so creepy.
I find that terrifying and so creepy on the fact that, wow, I'm losing so much strength and everything. Like, gosh. And moving on to the next bullet point, what changes have we seen in the last decade with our strength? Practically just talked about it. I've seen my arm strength go down. I've seen the way I can cough go down. I've seen my speech go down. I've seen my respiratory rate go down. I've seen my breathing go down. I've seen a multitude of things that have gone down, especially at the 10 p.m. weakness bout. My 10 p.m. weakness bout back then, a decade ago, was at a 3.8, and that is my strength now.
Yep.
And so my weakness bout of 10 p.m., gets me lower than what I would be. Because every night at 10 p.m., I can't hold my head up anymore. I can't speak as well. I mean, speaking hasn't always been an issue in the 10 p.m. bout. It might just be for my whole body rather than my speech or something. I don't know. But in that aspect, I've noticed.
Sorry.
At 50 years old, I remember I could no longer eat chicken shreds. That's how weak I got. And then cancer hit me in the A at 50, all the way to 60. I was super weak, couldn't do anything, couldn't get out of bed. And that what mainly kept that cancer going on. I couldn't get out of the bed. That's the main reason. My cancer flares up and goes crazy when I'm immobile. I was immobile for about, not immobile straight, but almost immobile for about 10 years.
I don't know.
Of that, not my coma, but my cancer bout
God.
in remission. So it's only been out of remission for 13 years.
And now you have it again.
Yes, and I have it again, which sucks.
Yep.
Because bone cancer, the thing that you can only really have control of is degrading.
Yeah.
Which is scary, because, that can make my teeth weaker, and that can make me not be able to eat, better. And because I use a mechanism to eat, keep in mind, so I can, eat applesauce, eat yogurt, eat some yummy chips, very, very, very rarely. Maybe with some sauce or something, I don't know. But I can't eat a lot of the foods that I could eat at 60. Because remember, at 60, I could just be indulging on granola bars.
Yeah.
I could even
Damn.
eat crackers.
Bitch, I couldn't, don't.
No, because me at 60, I could eat crackers. I could eat, I one time took a bite of an apple. That's how strong. Yeah.
An apple?
That's how strong I was at 60. And now I can barely eat applesauce. Of course I can eat applesauce. It's easy to go down and easy to eat for me. I can eat some yogurt as long as it's not too thick. I can rarely ever eat crackers like once in a blue dang moon, let alone an apple. Like, we're talking about tiny, thin, saltine crackers. We don't know. But I can eat it with my neck mechanism. Like, I can barely eat. Like, I have to really hit hard on my chin. Because I one time tried eating a cantaloupe. We all know how that went. Remember that one time?
Oh, yeah.
I tried to eat a cantaloupe, and I worked on it for 3 whole minutes straight. And nothing happened. All I did was, chew a little stem out or something. Not a stem, but you know what I mean. I chewed a little outer layer of the cantaloupe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was practically going all out my mouth, the juice.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. That is when I realized, wow, my eating has gone down freaking drastically.
Mm-hmm.
I can eat a cantaloupe in 3 minutes. A bite of a cantaloupe, not a cantaloupe, a bite.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I ate applesauce when I was going fast in 10 minutes. We're talking about these little baby applesauce cups that Dolly has accumulated 3 of, and you gave me one. Thank you. So yeah, that is what I've noticed in the past 10 years. I've noticed my speech has gotten worse. I noticed my strength has gotten worse. I noticed everything has really gotten worse for me, which sucks. Let's hear about the changes that Donnie has noticed or seen in the past decade.
Yep.
Hello everyone, welcome back.
Sorry, I speak forever.
It's alright, my throat's hurting anyway. But the changes I noticed in 10 years is that my speech is definitely one of them that got way worse. Because when I was 56, which was 10 years ago for me now, I'm 66 now, but when I was 56, my speech was a lot better. It was very little too, I had a very small voice. If you think my voice is small now, go back in an old vlog and you'll see my cute little voice. We're here.
Even.
Yeah, and
That's thunder.
damn, it's loud. My voice and speech was not as rich, obviously, and I could talk and talk and talk so long when I was 56 years old, and I could not lift my own head, but I could I could shimmy my hand barely.
Yeah, like shimmy.
I could move my index finger, not all the way out, I'm talking nudges.
Like a little claw hand.
Yeah, and then, I can move my thumb all the way when I was 56 years old. And I was like, okay, that's good. And I had weaned off a trait. That was the worst decision.
Yep.
No. I wasn't suffering from pneumonia. But over the course of 10 years, I have noticed that I've been getting... What's wrong?
Oh, I just noticed it does actually blend in.
Yeah.
Very nice.
More pneumonia over the course of a couple years, including... I noticed that I got into medically induced coma. I have passed away at 66 years old. My speech is much worse than it was when I was 56 years old. I've been getting sick more often. Explains the sore throat. I'm not sick, but I don't know.
My phone percent is the same time as the time.
Cool.
Sorry.
Sorry, it hurt when I coughed. It hurts worse now.
Hooray.
Don't know what happened. I get annoyed how much happens to me and my
too.
My husband. But yeah, you get annoyed. They're like,
seriously, why does Donnie have another issue wrong?
exactly. I don't know how this happens.
I don't know.
Anyway, so that happens. I noticed that I've gone through so many wheelchairs and everything since then, an exhausting amount of them. So yeah, I noticed weakness. I can't really eat normally, which is creepy. All I can eat is yogurt at some.
Shane Brokaw, I think.
Be careful.
I'm being careful. That's Emmie.
Yeah.
Shane Brokaw can barely eat maybe a tiny spoonfuls of applesauce.
Yeah, that's about what I can eat.
It's fucking creepy.
Oh, your face was like, ugh.
Yeah, speaking from a fucking person who is 5 fucking ounces of strength, I'll talk about mine. Heck, why not?
And back then I was about 3 ounces. No.
Wow.
4 ounces maybe. At 50,
Wow.
at 54.
Shane Brokaw was 4 ounces when he was 3.
No, no.
What?
It's creepy.
Oh.
4 ounces when you were 3. God. And I had estimated since 38 years old. I'm 66, so almost 30 years of my life with spinal muscular atrophy. My strength went from 420 to 10 in 2 years. So in 2 years, I lost over half my arm strength. I lost all my leg strength, and then at 46, I only had 6%. At 54, I had around like 3 or 4. I'm 1% today, so in 10 years, I lost 4% strength. And you're like, well, that's not bad. Well, if I would have lost 4% strength, that'd be 0. Yep. And I have 1% strength left at minimum. Any day now, it could go under 1. Yeah, I'm talking any day. Like every single day, I wake up and see if I lost any more strength.
Every single day, Shane wakes up to that.
Yep. It's creepy. And so, every single day I'm pondering whether I would go under 1.
He's planning to go to 0.
Yep. So, it's creepy, and over the course of 10 years, I have been noticing that it's quite bad. So, yeah. What's the next bullet point?
When did you get diagnosed, and what did you notice?
I got diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy when I was 38 years old. What I have noticed is my speech got worse, my strength has got worse, and everything, like eating, feeding tubes, trachs, tracheostomies, everything of that has gotten worse. When I was 38 years old and a half, I lost all my leg movement. I was paralyzed from the waist down. From the half thigh down, which I still am today. And stuff like that. And then, And then I noticed that I'd gone through over 20 wheelchairs. I had a feeding tube ever since I was 40 years old. I had a tracheostomy ever since I was 40 years old, too. And then I've been having pneumonia, coma. My death was at 66 years old. I've been alive for about a month and a half now, if not almost 2 months. So that's good. Just the life shots has saved my life. Sorry, my nose is really runny. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on. Things I've noticed. So, Doc, go ahead. Or somebody.
Well, I wanted to speak, since I normally don't. Hi, my name's Donnie Osmond. I am a former friend of them and have spinal muscular atrophy type 2 as well. But the main issue, well, not the main issue, is I'm about 52? Yeah, 52 years old. So I'm like 52 years old today, and I got diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy when I was 5, but had it since birth, but actually got diagnosed at 5. Because they didn't really notice any weakness, and I wonder why, because I had profound strength, and I still have profound strength. You know, what is more, better. But for me, what I've noticed throughout getting diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy is is I was really strong prior to what, the doctors gave me and everything, decided to, give me all the things. And they're like, wow, like, you're doing exceptionally well with, how your age is and where you're at, but your strength as well. Because currently I'm holding the mic by myself, not anyone's, help or anything. I can lift it higher. There you go. But these headphones are pretty heavy. And because of my wrist, it's hard to hold. So, yeah. Essentially, I'm 52 years old, living with spinal muscular atrophy, got diagnosed with 5, and I didn't really notice really any weakness patterns until I was like 40 and, reached 50 and something. Because at 45, I had exceptional strength. I could, almost fully lift or push my arms out fully forward, and I can still kind of do that, but they noticed that my arms have went down, because back then I was like a 16 or 17 joystick.
God damn.
And now I'm only a 10. So kind of fucking creepy. In the past like 7 years into my SMA journey. In the past 7 years, I've lost over 7%.
That's not good.
Which isn't good. My speech is still pretty profound, and I'm very happy that it's pretty profound and everything. And, very grateful for that. But then again, I've just noticed that
the pain got worse.
You good?
Yeah, it's just the pain got worse.
That sucks. But,
every time I swallow or cough, like it hurts even more than 1 hour ago.
Shit. But anywho.
Which is not good.
But anywho, so prior to that, I was a 17-ounce joystick, which is hella great and almost practically normal arm strength for, someone without spinal muscular atrophy. If you are 17 arm strength, just get that looked into, or you might have like some condition that makes your arms a little. That makes your arms a little weaker.
Arm strength is a 10.
Yeah, that makes your arms a little bit weaker, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't get alarmed when you see 17. Shane Brokaw, he was a full 20 at birth. But obviously you're a kid. You're just freshly birthed.
You can't lose anything
Wait.
without months. Literal months I went down from like fucking 10.
Can we get it?
Okay. Hi, Shane. Oh my god. Is he talking? Shane?
I don't think he can speak right now. Okay, nothing's bad. He can still speak. It's just sometimes he doesn't speak right now because he gets out of low strength.
Dear God, I don't want to be in his position. I'm sorry.
But so Shane, I'll tell his story because I'm his friend. But he got diagnosed with SMA when he was born, and his weakness essentially started at 2.
Yeah.
Damn. No, not 2. Damn. 2, was it?
3, he was 4.
So in 2 years, he lost
16%.
Yep.
That's so crazy.
Arm strength. From birth.
I lost 10.
From birth. So he was 20 at birth and then 10 at 1. So in 1 year, he lost 10%. That's bad. That's a fucking toy year.
Okay,
what the fuck? That can happen in 1 day. But then at 2, he was 4. 3, he was 2. And then he stopped.
Yep.
For 2 more years. Then at 5, he went from 3 or 2 to 1. He was fucking 6. He was 6 years.
I was 1 at 66.
Why is there an extra 6 there?
To be fair, I started SMA at 38.
Yeah, he started it at 3, and he's only 45. And you're like, but wait, no, he's had all those years to degenerate. No. He degenerated by 13. He only had a decade. He lost all that in a decade. So he went from 20 to 0.5. Huh? You 10. So he became 0.5 at 10. But his head started doing that bending thing at 13. And that was the last we seen of his strength. So at 13, God.
Was that a fly?
His full strength loss started at 5.
Yeah.
by 10, he was 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking half a decade. So imagine, Donnie, you are how old?
66 years old.
66 years old. By 60, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. So by 71, you could be nothing. If you were in, if you were in Shane's position.
Oh.
And at about 69, your head would be bended.
Ooh.
Depending on...
That's not good.
Because
no.
At the full age of 74, you'll be like him if you were to go down his path.
I don't want to do that shit, though.
So look, here's essentially what you would be if you were perfectly 60. Congrats. You're 60 years old, freshly birthed. You're 20 years old. You're 20% strength at 60. Hooray! 61, you're 10.
That's about my journey to 30.
I know. 62, hooray! You're 4.
Oh.
63, 2. 64, you stopped. 65, woohoo, you still stopped. 66, got a report, you're losing again.
Oh, shit.
We just gotta keep it under control. Everything will be fine, Donnie. Okay? 67.
What my doctor's actually said to me.
67. Your hands are now a 1.
Oh.
68. 0.5. You lost all strength.
Yep.
69. You can no longer hold up your chest. 70. You stopped. You have no more strength to lose.
That's gonna be.
Your head has now fully. Your head is now fully tilted to the side, and you're gonna see sideways for the permanent rest of your life.
Hell no.
And no surgery can fix it. Hooray! That's how we can put Shane's strength loss.
Hell no.
Loose can go. That was him at birth. Fully, not the legs bent, but you know what I mean. Fully able-bodied, was able to.
Yeah.
Barely walk.
Yeah.
Yay! You're 2. Why can you just not walk?
Like you don't.
And you have only 10 arm strength. But now you're 3, 4.
Oh hell no.
What? But now, woohoo! You're finally making it, and you stopped losing strength. 5. Okay, Shane Brokaw made it to 5 years old. We're hoping his SMA Type 1 doesn't, come back. Doesn't really get him more further. I don't know how you would put that. And then, then his brother started noticing he's losing again.
Yeah.
They noticed he wasn't degenerating more than 4 at 5. Why are you 4% at 5?
He didn't have his age.
You're 4 at 86, Doc. Not 5.
That's so fucking creepy.
And he lost more than that. And then, yay, like he's 4, he's resting, he can barely pick things up, but he's doing okay. For SMA Type 1, they thought that would be the end of it. And he might lose 1%, as the doctor suspected, so 3%. And like, okay, we can deal with 3%, as long as he's not 1. Haha, sweetie, he went beyond your expectations. That's not good. As in being not above 4, but below 1.
I'm 1.
So by 10 years old, he lost 19.5% of arm strength.
No.
In about 7 years total of accumulation of strength.
That's creepy.
So he lived for 10 years, but the strength in total was only 7. So in 7 years, you can lose 19% and a half of your arm strength.
Yeah, that's creepy.
People, 7 years, that's not big.
No.
And you lost all your head strength from birth all the way to 13.
Yep.
Because his head at 5 was doing this. That's how long it took to get his head up at 5. 5? 13. There's no choice.
Yeah.
You don't have
Right.
a choice. But yeah, that was what I noticed and he noticed throughout his whole time. Then sore throat.
Wow, we're about making it to an hour. We only need to make it to 12:28. Yep. So, if you cannot hear my coffee ass in the back, coughing multiple times, it's my sore throat. I woke up at 8:36 a.m. this morning.
I woke up
Right.
late.
Broke. Apparently, I'm having a stroke. Woke up early.
I woke up at 6:30 and just went back to bed.
Yeah. I woke up at around 8:36, and I feel a slight pain in the back of my throat, and I'm like, no way. There's no way I could be getting a sore throat on the first day of spring break. Nope.
Sure, God, every single time we get spring break, some one of us has to have something wrong.
I remember a half day I got on my strep throat and had a tonsil stone. And I go to urgent care for 4 hours. I'm sorry, for 3.5 hours and get a strep throat test. Gagging near the trash can.
That sucks.
And hot and sweaty, and I almost got a COVID test. I had signs of strep throat, and my throat was red and inflamed and swollen, and had a tonsil stone in the back. Remember that? Half day.
Sad fun.
And then our brother fell and got caught really bad in the knee, and then our brother got fully exposed to COVID. Remember that half day?
Yep. And I want to apologize further in advance. If I scream in the microphone and it starts getting too loud, I'm sorry. I did not mean to.
Okay, yeah.
Just explain.
Ow. So, while filming this podcast, the pain has got worse in the back. Every time I swallow, it hurts. It feels physically uncomfortable. Like, I've been making faces like in the back as they were talking because I'm in pain. Yeah. I don't think I have strep throat. I pray to God I don't have strep throat. Because if I do have strep throat, that would suck. What you doing?
Use my accessibility thing to get to my notifications.
Oh. Even if I clear my throat, it hurts so bad. So, well, they've been lollygagging, you know, just
Sorry, it's not that notification.
Yeah.
I stayed up for so long. I was like,
having fun and not dealing with pain. Me and William are in pain every time we cough, yawn, swallow, talk, drink, eat, whatever.
hell of a fart.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I'd lower back. Oh, it's still there. Still have back pain. And I had a headache and stuff. I've just been dealing with sore throat and shit, and I hate it. This is actually getting uncomfortable as fuck to talk, to do shit, and the pain has just got worse.
Whoop whoop.
It was not this bad. But over the course of an hour, it has gotten worse. A lot worse. And sometimes when I swallowed, I felt it in my chest. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah.
I do on the funny. I'm sorry.
And from drinking Dr. Pepper, I now have to pee, and I'm in pain. This just sucks. And because I've been trying to,
Drink.
not even 2 cans. So, yeah. Sorry. It sucks. And I don't like having sore throats. I don't know what's been going on with me and my husband lately. It's just we've been in pain and sucks. Yeah. Anything else on the list?
Yep, 2 more.
What the fuck? 2 more.
I have to pee.
You can pee.
All the other ones are about me.
What What are the other ones?
Vomiting before SMA conference on my tuxedo, and then what we're looking forward to starting season 3.
Alright, I'll just pee.
Okay.
God damn.
Oh,
I know.
that sounds painful.
It is painful. Just gonna let them
Crinkly ASMR.
Why are you filming my catheter?
It's kind of funny. It's ASMR. That ain't getting nothing.
Bro,
I'm just kidding.
you doubt it? Yeah. Girl, go.
It's the first time anyone's peed during a podcast.
Yeah. God damn it, leaf, go. There's a leaf fit on
Laugh.
on the pants. So. Don't know how the fuck a leaf got in our house.
You know they're all near the door. We just picked them up.
Put it there. Yep. Okay. I'll be back. See ya.
Shut the door for them, please.
Alrighty.
Okay, so while he's peeing in the catheter, duh, but I'm going to talk about a story of me vomiting on my tuxedo before an SMA conference. Now, I told my friends this, but I've never told y'all about it, so let's just get into that. So, this was a long time ago, a while ago, in my 60s, not 70s. I think I was like 65 or 67, something like that. So, I was a little bit weaker than normal, and, was vomiting more, and all that stuff. So, I'm just chilling there, and I start feeling like a weird sick feeling. I'm like, oh no, don't vomit, don't vomit, don't vomit. Because I'm like getting this weird sick feeling in my stomach. And all of a sudden, I start like gagging, and I vomit. And I vomit all over my tuxedo that we, just had picked out for me for the SMA conference. Because as you guys know, I go to DMD and SMA conferences and talk about spinal muscular atrophy. And my son Andy talks about his Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which affects all organs rather than spinal muscular atrophy. It only affects the limbs and the outer things. So I start feeling this feeling that I'm going to vomit. And all of a sudden, I feel this lunging noise, like not noise, but I make a noise and I lunge forward, and then my head like drops, and I feel like I just start vomiting like crazy because my dad often has this issue, and it's fine. We don't ever get mad at him for it, but he sometimes, when we're in a rush, and especially when we're in the rush in the morning, he will sometimes add too much water, too much feed, and sometimes we'll add it, increase the pump rate on it of what my feeding tube goes through, like how fast the feed pumps in my NG or G tube in my stomach. So he'll sometimes accidentally, beep it up a little bit higher, because the average rate I go is at a 5, which is not bad, but not great. Which is fine. Everyone has their own preference. So I go at a 5, and sometimes he'll put that thing up to an 8 or a 7. That's like 2 whole to 3 whole points bigger than what I'm used to taking. And sometimes 5 is even a little bit too much sometimes when I'm just feeling, extra nauseated that day, and they'll bump it down to a 2 or 3. But, yeah, when I tell you, I just started vomiting because my dad, I about said his name, I was trying to say his name, but that was weird. So, when I tell you, my dad put my feeding pump at a 8 that day, and normally my pump runs at a 5. So, after all that, I'm strolling to the SMA conference place, to the SMA and DMD conference place, and I'm just, driving there, casually chilling there, and I'm driving, and I feel this weird feeling that I'm going to throw up. So my head goes down as vomit begins to, spew out.
Well, that's nasty.
I know.
Came back.
I know. But,
I start throwing up, which sucks. And my mom's like, "Oh my gosh, Doc's throwing up again." And my brother's like, "It's okay, chill, don't worry." And he's cleaning me up. We rush me to an accessible restroom. We change my pants because I just vomited all over myself. Luckily, the shirt didn't get too bad. Only a tiny bit of the bottom. Because, obviously I like to throw up on my pants. Lovely. I know it's disgusting, but it's real. And that's what sucks. So my dad carries me to an accessible restroom, like, F my chair at that point. He's like, "Nope, we're not going to be able to do this. Just pick her up. Let's rush her to an accessible restroom." I'm not vomiting anymore because I just hurled up my whole lunch, or breakfast, you would call, because my dad put it on a 8 running.
Oof.
And
normally pump runs at 5.
You're good. How'd you know that?
I heard it as I was walking.
Okay. I was like,
as my wife and I were walking through the
yeah, I was like, what? I was like, wow, I was so surprised. Okay, but yeah, essentially, they just carry me to the accessible restroom. They take off my pants, they clean me up and everything. They put me on new pants. Luckily, we bring a change of pants, because we always normally do for incontinence or catheter slippage, all for that. If, I guess I pee a little, I don't know, catheter slips, gets on my pants, I don't know. So that's fine. Or a pee jar tips. Fun.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
oh, God.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So yeah, that is one story I had about vomiting on my tuxedo before a conference for SMA and DMD. Like, the only time I vomited before SMA and DMD conferences, but not when we were out. Like, probably in the morning or something when I felt sick from the night prior, or, laid weird and had a vomit or something. But I never done that in public, right before one. I was like, oh crap, like, I feel this feeling, like, I start vomiting, and then my dad's like, crap, like, he's going through his thoughts this morning. He's like, I must have pumped up, like, it at 8, or, like, accidentally beeped it over a little bit, because you hear the beepies. And my dad was in a rush that morning, and so were we. We were getting ready to go to that DMD conference, because my morning routine takes, like,
2 billion years.
Yeah, 2 billion years. Hours, you can actually put it, but we were in a rush. We were getting ready for the SMA conference and DMD conference. Luckily, it had got pushed over a little bit when we were when I actually started vomiting. My mom got a text and said, "Oh, the DMD conference is going to happen like 20 minutes after its expected time. Sorry to this wait." I'm like, yes, that's perfect. Okay, just get me, cleaned up and everything. We got me cleaned up and everything, which is great. And I was better. I got all my lunch or breakfast outside. And yeah, my dad never done that again. We just turned off my pump for that day. We're like, we're not risking her vomiting more during her DMD and SMA conference in front of millions of people. So yeah, and Andrew was like, what the, my son, he's like, what the, he's like, Mom, why, he's like, Mom, to Emmie, obviously, because, Emmie's the other mom, but she's like, Mom, why is our mom vomiting? So that's fun. But then, now, this is what we are looking forward to, Season 3, which is the beginning of this episode, actually in podcasting, because it took us forever to hit Season 3, by the way, because we took like 1 month and a couple weeks off of YouTube. Yeah, almost 2 months off, so obviously it's been a while since we've been just chilling here in Season 3, and I like that this is the first episode of Season 3. So, how are you feeling about it, and what you looking forward to? Let's see. In Season 3, I am looking forward to making memories, making a lot more podcasts.
Yes.
Being more consistent on podcasts.
Every week or every few days.
Yep, and I'm excited to see what goes down in Season 3. Like, wonderful, cool things.
Yeah, we have 20 episodes left. Or 19.
The Season 3 ends at episode 60, so...
Oh my gosh, I can't
ends,
wait!
But we're ending Season 2 today, and we're starting Season 3 today, because Season 3 starts at episode 40. We are on episode 40. And I'm excited for those things to see what goes on in Season 3, but I'm starting Season 3 with pain in my throat that got worse.
And you started Season 2 with a hurt foot. And I witnessed a car crash.
What the fuck is up with me getting sick or hurt on every season?
I swear to God, if we start season 4, which is gonna happen on 60 episodes, right?
Yeah.
I thought season 4 would start at 80. So season 1 started at 0, and then at 20 we started season 2. 40 we start season 3.
60 we start season 4.
Oh, I thought it would be okay.
And 80 is the end of season 4, but the start of season 5. So 5 seasons is 100 episodes.
Oh my God.
God. So, that's fun. But that's basically what I'm looking for season 3.
Oh, God, I gotta move. Sorry. It's okay. Thank you. You okay?
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay, so season 3, what I'm looking forward to is essentially being more consistent on podcasts, since we really failed that on season 2. Because originally we were doing so good.
Mm-hmm.
We got one out every week. We were doing awesome. We were even recording 2 to 1 in a day before. But right now we've been consistent as frick. Because in the past 2 days we've recorded 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
All an hour long. One was super close to an hour, but it was like 40 seconds off. You gotta give us a break. So, yeah, I am looking forward to be more consistent and not fail.
Yep.
So, like, being more consistent, and I'm happy that we're going into season 3 with, like, a podcast on wheels, like, list and everything. Because it's been just making our life way more easier to construct all these podcasts. And if we go on long about that topic, we're going to make it to an hour. And we just haven't hit an hour for 1 minute in. So, yeah. Currently, it's right now 12:29. So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, the main thing I'm looking forward to is season 3. It's just what will go down.
Even
Well,
when I bend my head back, my throat hurts.
so, I'll tell you. Oh, sorry. That sucks. But for me, what I'm looking forward to in season 3 is I'm looking forward to being more consistent on podcasts, keeping up this topics list because it helps out us so much. We don't ramble on, and we do ramble on about the topic we're trying to do because we want it to be an accurate podcast episode, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I just want the list to continue, and I want us to be more consistent on podcasts in season 3, so y'all can get daily episodes and hear more about our daily life once a week or a couple times a week. Because once a week is standard and normal. We can set up the topic list, and that's fine because in about 20 weeks we'll get done with season 3 if we've done one every single week, which isn't
Which isn't too bad. It's like 35 months. What, damn.
Yeah, that's...
God damn.
Yeah.
Our whole podcast turned in 6 months.
Yeah. The fact that we've created 40 episodes is insane, and I love reaching a new 10. You're like, welcome to episode 50! Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
And we just recently hit that. Welcome to episode 40.
Yeah, welcome to episode 40. But now we are closing off episode 40.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of season 3 and the last episode of season 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all next podcast. Bye.